Hi, this is Desiree Bolden. Welcome to the Akron After School Training webinar. Last fall, Akron After School, along with your help, served approximately 1,500 students. You play a vital role in helping to close the achievement gap for these students. With this program, we get to extend the day for our identified students. This professional development is designed to prepare you to teach a curriculum that is aligned to the regular school day. With additional time and your instruction, students will have opportunities to accelerate as readers and writers. I would like to recognize the team that has put this training together and all the hard work that goes into supporting Akron After School intervention. Dr. Wynn, Christy, Rosemary, Amy, and Anna, thank you so very, very much. Our district focus is to be the #1 urban school district in the United States. We will get there by working in 3 specific focus areas, and today we are focusing on high-quality teaching and learning within the Akron After School program. We will pay particular attention to the instructional core, the interaction between the teacher, the student, and the content. The instructional core, the classroom, is where you live and breathe and where the most important work, the impact, and the result happen. As we work in Focus Area 1, rigorous teaching and learning, let's identify our learning targets. Learning targets. Analyze fall data to help accelerate results and problem-solve challenges. Review the Akron After School framework. Become familiar with expectations for the Akron After School plan for spring 2017.
As we go through today's webinar, you may want to take notes as we will check for your understanding at the conclusion of our webinar.
Before delving into the curriculum, let's consider student growth from this past fall. Akron After School played a role in providing supplemental support for your students, so it's important to consider the rate of growth. Please pause the video as you consider oral reading record growth from fall to winter. What do the results tell you? Did the students' scores show benefit from attending Akron After School? If yes, continue to focus your instruction in order to meet student needs. If no, what adjustments can be made to meet those needs?
We are pleased to present the Akron After School framework. Components include a transition to learning using Go Noodle, a 10-minute read-aloud experience using teacher-selected text, and then guided reading with centers that include independent reading, writing, and technology to support literacy growth. We'll explore each component and provide you with the necessary resources. We have included an Akron After School framework checklist to clarify teaching and learning expectations across the instructional components. The Office of School Improvement Coordinators will utilize this checklist when visiting buildings in order to provide feedback and strengthen program implementation.
Akron After School teachers and students had great success using Go Noodle during our fall session. Begin each day with 10 minutes of Go Noodle to focus energy levels and increase motivation to learn. You might want to use the Brave activity from Go Noodle on the first day of Akron After School. If you have a favorite activity, be sure to share it with other teachers in your building.
Interactive Read Aloud gives you the opportunity to model good reading habits and instill the love of reading for students. Select your favorite books to read with them. It can be a different book each day or one book read over multiple days. Refer to the Benchmark Strategy Guide to determine the metacognitive strategy focus. Notice in February that K-3 teachers model how to fix up and monitor, while grades 4 through 5 teachers model how to make connections. The modeling prompts are included on the guide. Group students according to their instructional reading levels for guided reading and follow the APS district guidance to support a range of readers. See your site coordinator if you have questions about how to group your students. Once students are in lessons, use the individual reading observation checklist to guide your instruction and monitor students. These checklists will help in documenting reading behaviors.
Guided reading allows you to support students before, during, and after they read. Please refer to the teacher's guide for specific before, during, and after instructional strategies. Keep in mind that students should read independently rather than one at a time or in round robin or popcorn style. Notice each lesson plan follows with mini lessons. Use these to plan follow-up activities for completion in the Writing Center. The book introduction is critical for student success with guided reading texts. If students do not need your support for success, the text would be considered independent. In order to prepare for a guided reading lesson, preview the text and teacher's guide. Consider challenges the students might encounter with ideas or plot, familiarity with text language or vocabulary. Address these challenges in a 2 to 3 minute book introduction. Keep in mind it's important to leave some solving opportunities for students while reading. While students read, support with solving help if needed, and then after reading, utilize the CTDR questions for text discussions. You will find a guided reading lesson plan within your packet. This is included as an optional resource to support your planning for guided reading groups.
Provide clear directions on how students are to use each station prior to using them to ensure productive independent practice. Teachers may find it helpful to include visuals that highlight station expectations. At the independent reading station, students should be able to read books that are of interest to them. They could access the ebook library from Benchmark Universe on a Chromebook, go to BookFlix on Info Ohio, or read books from classroom libraries. For the writing or extension station, teachers would choose extensions from the guided reading lesson plans. These could include graphic organizers, vocabulary, or phonics activities that support additional learning opportunities connected with the guided reading text. Be sure to prepare students with appropriate support as they work to complete these tasks. For the technology station, teachers should have students access technology that reinforces or enhances learning. The time on task with technology should be monitored to ensure students stay engaged and maintain instructional focus. This opportunity for independent practice with learning games should not extend beyond 20 minutes.
The reading observation checklists are used to progress monitor as well as inform instruction. You will find they are excellent tools to share with students to help them set goals and progress monitor growth over the 8 weeks of instruction. Teachers, please make one copy of each student's observation checklist and give it to site coordinators on or before March 17th, and then again before April 13th. Site coordinators, please record the levels on the Akron After School Spring 2017 data sheet. After documenting the levels, please provide classroom teachers with the individual checklists. This will allow for communication between the day school and Akron After School instructors. Both site coordinators and instructors play a vital role in the success of Akron After School. Coordinators and teachers, please adhere to the expectations for your roles that are outlined on the handout in your packet. Take time to note the Akron After School title sheet and sign-out forms included in your packet. Please keep the materials organized. Site coordinators, please use the inventory to document the correct number of book titles in your guided reading resources. Teachers, please use the sign-out sheet as you select and utilize guided reading books. Return the materials to the correct box when done using them. We appreciate your help with maintaining materials for use in future years to come. For the first 3 days of Akron After School, it is important that teachers take time to clearly establish rituals and routines within their classroom community. Follow the recommended steps for days 1 through 3. Before beginning instruction, please utilize the Benchmark Literacy Strategy Guide to determine the instructional focus which is aligned to the regular school day. This alignment allows students to extend skills and build knowledge directly related to core curriculum. Let's pause to check your understanding about the Akron After School program. Please click and respond to the Google survey that your site coordinator shared with you. To conclude this webinar, let's review our learning targets for this session. Analyze fall data to help accelerate results and problem-solve challenges. Review the Akron After School framework. Become familiar with expectations for the Akron After School plan for spring 2017.
Thank you for participating in today's webinar. We appreciate your attention. Please see your site coordinator if you have any further questions.